Katate-tori kokyu nage. Do not force your opponent down. Lead his strength and throw him. This technique is a direct application of the ude-furi undo. This posture is bad because it is unstable. To correct it, concentrate your spirit in the single spot in the lower abdomen and think hard that your opponent's strength is flowing there too. You will then be as stable as a rock. Even should your opponent move you, you need only walk away. Complete master of your own actions. Do not pull your right arm. Instead, making the flow of your strength agree in direction with his and drawing a large circle with your index finger, lead your opponent around. After you first lower your hand, raise it again, and continuing the circular movement and pointing your finger at your opponent's forehead, force him over backward. This is a basic move in leading your opponent. Do not throw him, help him to fall. A few words of explanation about the use of ki. If you simply hold the stick, this happens. If, however, you concentrate on sending your strength to the tip of the stick, your partner cannot push it toward you. The same is true of your wrist. When your strength is flowing to it, your opponent's power has no effect. Only when you have mastered this theory and its practice can you successfully lead an opponent. Use of the feet. Force will get you nowhere. Use this technique to lead and down an opponent who has moved to you for an attack. Katate-tori kotegaeshi. You cannot force his arm back, but if you hold his left hand, extend it this way, and make a small circle in the direction of his fingertips, you will be able to move it because you are following the direction of his ki. Katate-tori shihou nage. Here again, force is useless. The secret is to make your strength and his flow in the same direction. When that happens, turn and throw him. The throw will be easy, no matter how strong your opponent, if you move his hand directly downward in the direction of his own flow of ki. Since this is a Tenkan version, you must pivot behind your opponent before you throw him. Katate-tori kaiten nage. In practice sessions, we allow opponents to seize parts of the body, but in actual combat, they seldom have enough time to do so. Katate-tori ikkyo. KATATE-TORI 自由技 or free techniques. RYOTE-TORI Tenchi-nage. The name derives from the positions of the hands. The right raised as if supporting the heavens, 10, and the left turned down as if pressing on the earth, chi. When your partner has immobilized both your wrists, move whatever part of your arm is still free and lead him into a throw. The first of the Tenchi-nage shown was an irimi version, the second a tenkan version. All Aikido techniques are divided into these two major categories. In the irimi, changing the direction of your own body. In the tenkan, on the other hand, you first pivot from your opponent's line of attack and then throw him. If you try to force your opponent's hand back, you will find it too heavy to move. The secret is to extend it slightly first, and then to push it. In the left hand movements of the Tenchi-nage, also extend his arm first. Do not try to force it. RYOTE-TORI 呼吸投げ. Take up all the slack in the towel first, then pull it, and your opponent will move forward with it. The theory here is the same. Extend his arm to the fu. Turn your hips a little further, and he will follow. Once his arm is outstretched fully, he will fall, without your pulling him any further. RYOTE-TORI 四方投げ. RYOTE-TORI free techniques. KATA-TORI 一挙. The move is from the hip first, not from the left shoulder. Correctly retracting the right foot is very important. This time, Parry your opponent's hand before he can seize your shoulder. Ikkyo free techniques. Nikyo. Although the pain in this hold is great, since you bend his hand and arm in the natural direction of movement, no harm results. Bend his wrist. If you are tense, you will be unable to pull him. But if you lead his ki, he will follow. Sankyo. Either pin him or throw him. If you pull upward toward the shoulder, you cause your opponent great pain. When he gives a signal by patting on the ground, release him immediately. Yonkyo. Though apparently a simple move, this downward snap hurts your opponent a great deal. KATA-TORI kokyu nage. KATA-TORI free techniques. KATATE-TORI RYOTE-MOCHI kokyu nage. A powerful man holding your arm in both hands this way can prevent you from breaking away. Do not try. Move toward him instead. Do not move your wrist at all until your strength and his flow in the same direction. Outstretch your left arm and employ a circular movement. This position is ineffective. First, bring your foot in, then extend it again. Throw him in the direction of his advance. An application of the movement in the Sayu Undo. Extend his arms slightly, turn his body in the opposite direction, and when his strength has drained away, throw him. This approach will fail. Extend his arm, stand, extend your arm, and throw him. Tenkan. RYOTE-MOCHI kotegaeshi. RYOTE-MOCHI ikkyo. Employing a circular movement, lead your opponent into a fall. RYOTE-MOCHI Nikyo. Angular motion has no effect. The movement must be rounded. This requires complete relaxation. Free techniques.